Northeastern Clinton Central School are going to shake hands and come out swinging. This is CVAC varsity baseball. The team in orange, the Plattsburgh High School Hornets. And the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars are right here, right now, on viewer-supported hometown cable. Chris Matat is on the rubber for today's game. For the Cougars, his battery mate is Matt Welch. At first base, it's Chester Hemingway. Second baseman, Sam Parker. Shortstop, Ryan Armstrong. At third base, we find Josh Chapman. In the outfield, going from left to right, Ryan Hampton, Corey Trombley, and Ian Lapierre. Non-starters for the Cougars are Chris Guerin and Mitch Landry. Umpires are Don Cote and Jim Barron. Center fielder Randy Brown will lead it off for the Hornets. Cougars had a game last night. Last night we were on the track area, covering the Cougars' first home track meet. In the meantime, Ryan Hampton was pitching the Cougars to victory over here on the baseball diamond. Last time we were here for a baseball game, Chester Hemingway pitched about 4 good innings and then he was taken out, and it was quite obvious that he wanted to keep going. So we wondered out loud about why he was taken out, and of course speculated that it was to save his arm, and that's exactly what the case was. Coach Mitchell knew that the Cougars had a lot of games this week, and he was trying to give everybody a little bit of work last week without overtaxing anybody to keep them fresh. But it backfired because the guys who came in couldn't hold the lead, and Cougars ended up losing the game. Well, sometimes the strategy pays off and sometimes it doesn't, but important thing is to protect the players' arms, pitching arms. Aren't too many of these guys that are going to make it to the major leagues, so you don't got to worry about ruining their careers, but still don't want to ruin their arm or get them to a point where they could do some damage to their arm. Tori Bouye is at the plate for the Hornets. He's the shortstop. He fouls that one off and out of play. It is overcast. Temperature is about 70 degrees. And absolutely no wind. Throw to second. He is out. Welch has thrown out a few. And Brown becomes his latest victim. So it's a strikeout, throw him out, and Justin Bouye, the first baseman, steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. High, ball 1. Strike. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Top winds and delivers. Teed off on, hit deep to right center field. It's in there. Bouye heading for second, and he will be in standing up, but barely there. Stand up double for Justin Bouye. That'll get us to the cleanup hitter, third baseman Jake Toloski. He swings and fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. 9th day of May, 2006. 40 years ago, as a wide-eyed 19-year-old, I started work at Harris, actually Sheridan Iron Works, which later became Harris Graphics. 40 years ago today. And it was 20 years ago this coming fall that they announced that they were closing and leaving the area. Up the middle, Toloski with the RBI single. And it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Hornets. Right fielder Kenny Stay steps in now, looks at strike 1. This is viewer-supported local television. It's amazing how many deaf ears there are out there. We first started showing stuff in Plattsburgh in 1990 or so, 89, 90. Back then we used to have a few families that would support us. Now we have absolutely none. We have one or two people in the entire Channel 15 viewing area that support hometown cable. So I suppose there will come a day when I will say to heck with it. I'm not going to put on any more high school sports. Runner at third now. Doc got the first two outs, but he had trouble getting the third so far. Ball four, runners at the corners. Another lefty hitter stepping in, Chris Goodell, the catcher. Look for the double steal, Welch. And stay is out. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first. 1-0. Hornets over the Cougars here on hometown cable. The Plattsburgh defense. Joe Cross is on the pitching rubber. I'm sure no relation to the former track star here at Northeastern, named Joe Cross from Alberg. Catcher is Chris Goodell. At first base, Justin Bouye. Second baseman is Pat Shaughnessy. At shortstop is Torrey Bouye. And at third base, Jake Toloski. In the outfield, going from left to right, Adam Tobrock, Randy Brown, and Ken Stay. Non-starters today include Jimmy McCartney, Casey Myers, Carlos Lopez, Brian Elliott, Justin Christian, and Kevin Jesse. Chris Matot will step in for the Cougars, who trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. One to count. Strike two swinging. Shallow left field is grabbed by Tobrock. We have one out. I'll bring up Corey Trombley, the center fielder. He hits the first pitch to short. Over the first, in time. So Bouye to Bouye for the out. 2 down. Plattsburgh had 2 outs and nobody on to start the top of the first. Same situation the Cougars are in. Ryan Hampton will try to start a 2-out rally. Two and 0 the count. Cross delivers. Strike 2. Count even at 2-2. Foul tip. Full count. Just enough contact on it, Hampton. But the bat on the ball. And he's on with a swing. We won't describe the swing that he did, but unusual swing. Just put the bat out there and made contact and got a base hit. Here's Matt Welch, cleanup man. The catcher looks at ball 1. Well hit. Toprout going back. This is probably going to tie it. They're going to, I believe, send Hampton. Uh-oh. Where are we? I was watching Coach Mitchell. Hampton was right about here, about 35 to 40 feet from the plate. Coach Mitchell said, stop, stop, stop. But then Hampton had to go, and I was watching him, trying to figure out where to put the camera. But Hampton ended up scoring, probably off camera. There's Sam Parker with a tying run in, potential go-ahead run at second, strike one. Strike two. 1-1 to score. 2 outs, man at second in the first, bottom half. Yesterday we had a lot of sunshine. Today we have overcast conditions. Hit to short, Bouye up to Bouye, and the Cougars tie it. 1-1 after 1 on Hometown Cable. You remember Chris Goodell? He was at the plate when the last half inning ended, or the last Plattsburgh offensive half inning ended. That was a foul tip for strike one. Two. Mentioned that that was strike three. There's Pat Shaughnessy now, second baseman. Mentioned that we have no support from Plattsburgh, and we've got almost no support from this Cougar team right here. There is a faithful advertiser in the mix, but outside of that, maybe a grandmother. I know we have a grandmother, and that's it. We have another set of grandparents that used to support us. I don't know if they still have cable, but actually a couple sets of grandparents. So grandparents are a little more faithful and supporting Hometown Cable. And that's our big problem. Our support is being eliminated by attrition. As our viewer supporters get older, we lose a few of them. And the next generation hardly supports us. And the generation that follow that, the kids that we have taped in the last 20 years, if we have 5 of them that support Hometown Cable, I'd be amazed. Thousands of kids that we have covered on Hometown Cable. And they don't appreciate this kind of programming. Here's Joe Cross, the pitcher. Back. One. Foul ball. 1-2 the count, 1 out, 1 on, 1-1 to score in the second. Matt Welch showing Plattsburgh that they got to stop running. That's 3. He is thrown out. 3 outs trying to steal second. So it's 2 outs and nobody on. And maybe they'll get the message that you don't run on Welch. Soft pop-up to the shortstop. It is squeezed by Armstrong. After an inning and a half, it remains 1-1. We're all tied up here on Hometown Cable. Ryan Armstrong leading off the bottom of the second. Looks at ball 1. Cross delivers. Ball 4. Armstrong walks to start the Cougar half of the second. And it brings up cousin Chester Hemingway. Hit sharply to second and look for two. And they got it. A hard hit ball. Taylor made double play. 2 down. Hemingway hit it hard, but it was right at Shaughnessy. He went to Bouye, over to Bouye for the DP. But empties the bases and brings up Josh Chapman, the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Foul ball, strike one. Popped up to second. It is squeezed by the second sacker, Shaughnessy. Then we go to the third inning. Still tied 1-1 here on Hometown Cable. Both teams sent up 8 men in the first 2 innings. So both clubs will start off the third with the number 9 hitter, followed by the number 1 and 2, Adam Tobrock at the plate for the Hornets. 1-1 pitch. Hit to second base, Parker. Over to Hemingway just in time. Parker made it interesting, 1 down. Well, now it's the top of the order and Randy Brown. Pitch from Matat. Strike one. Strike two. The 0-2 pitch. Strike three. Drop third strike. 2 down. This is shortstop Tori Bouye. Could be trouble. Matat able to get it. Armstrong looked like the logical choice, but he wasn't about to get it, so Matat able to get back and make that play. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Hornets. After 2.5, we're going to the bottom of the third. All knotted up 1-1 here on Hometown Cable. For the Cougars in the third, it'll be Ian Lapierre, then the top of the order. Cross delivers. That was ball 1. Strike. One pitch. Three and 1. Like 2 called. Full count. Top of the order on deck. Inside, Lapierre draws the base on balls. The Cougars have a base runner with nobody out. And Chris Matat stepping to the plate. Giving him a lot of bunt room on third. I had a sneeze on that throw. Apologies. Hay fever season has started here. Itchy eyes, sneezing, trees are budding. Lapierre in scoring position with nobody out, representing the potential go-ahead run here in the third. Short left field, Tobrock should have it, and that'll keep Lapierre at. It's dropped. It is dropped. Matat will be on the E7. And Coach Bordeaux's going to go out and talk to the pitcher and probably the infield. One and two the count. 2-2. Lefty hitting Ryan Hampton on deck. 2-2 pitch is hit in the hole. Went to second, and what we got there? No, he didn't throw to second. He had to hang on. Couldn't get a handle on it. Infield hit. Infield hit. Saw a cloud of dust over the second. We thought maybe he had thrown there without us realizing it, but that wasn't the case. So the bags are full. Still nobody out, and Ryan Hampton at the plate. Cougars threatening to have a big inning here. 3 men lead off. Pitch to Hampton is hit. Foul ball, just foul. Just foul. That would have driven in at least 2. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Hampton once again stuck his bat out there. Go to first. Would have had him. We got a pickle. Champlain is out. Don't know where he was going. You can't go to third unless the guy ahead of him. You thought Champlain thought Matat was going to score, and it wasn't the case. You got to be watching the man ahead of you, along with the coach. The man ahead of you ain't scoring. You ain't going to third. So it's an out. A break there for the Hornets because they get an out of it and get a man off the base. Here's Matt Welch. Cougars score a run, have men at the corners. Hampton goes in uncontested at second. Hampton was chatting with first base coach Landry. Here's the throw to a plate. He's out. Ball hit to the left side. I'm going to assume he was running on his own. Didn't have to run. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Hampton, as I said, was visiting earlier with the first base coach and wasn't paying attention to the real coach, Mitchell, at third base. So here's Sam Parker with runners at the corners. Cougars having 2 men gunned down on the bases. Stolen base for Welch. And he picked up a little bit of sod here. Not sod, but soil. Well, it takes the force off. Puts 2 men in scoring position. Pitch to Parker is high. 2 outs on the base pass. The Cougars taking themselves out of a potential big inning. You want your outs to occur on batted balls or strikeouts, of course, or batted balls of sorts, not base running outs. Good turnout today on a pleasant Tuesday. Hit to second, knocked down, has time. Knocked down there by second baseman Shaughnessy. He had time. Got Parker. Cougars pick up a run. They lead 2-1, and we're heading for the 4th inning here on Hometown Cable. Hornets setting up the heart of their order, 3, 4, and 5. Here's Justin Bouye, followed by Jake Toloski and Kenny Stay. Ball on. Top of the 4th, 2-1 ball game. 3-0 the count. Matat delivers, taken all the way, ball 4. So Matat walks the potential tying run. Never a good idea with the cleanup batter on deck. Now Toloski the potential go-ahead run. 1-1 the count. Strike 2. How to play. Matat delivers, foul back, out of play. Foul tipped, hung on to. Strike 3. 1 down. Brings up the right fielder, Kenny Stay. Foul off, strike 1. Well, just keeping him honest at first. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. Up top. Armstrong should have it. What the heck? Chapman called him off. Chapman calling for it. He doesn't know that Armstrong has it, so he called for it. Up to Armstrong to call him off. It's a shortstop's infield. It's his territory. So they get the force anyway, because Bouye, Justin, whoops, reading my paper here and zooming in. Justin Bouye had to hold up, so they get the force. Here's Chris Goodell. I wasn't really trying to show you Goodell's legs here when I was zooming in. I was reading my roster and zooming at the same time. That's ball 4. So that's the second free pass that Matat has given up this inning. And Pat Shaughnessy steps in, says, I'm going to make him pay. You walk batters, they usually come back to haunt you. Strike 1. They like to keep your free passes down to a minimum. 2. Matat 0-2. See if he'll come after him. Pitch to Shaughnessy is grounded to second. Parker over to Hemingway for the out. Hornets strand 2. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, halfway through this one. 2-1 Northeastern leading Plattsburgh on hometown cable. All right, here is who we got. Ryan Armstrong. Leading off the bottom of the 4th. And it's grabbed by Bouye, 1 down. Chester Hemingway. Bottom of the 4th, 2-1. The Cougars leading in a low-scoring game thus far. Strike 1. We've seen some low-scoring games that ended up being 13-11. Strike 2. Strike 3. 2 down. Now Josh Chapman. Chapman ends up at first. Not sure who dropped it, but he reaches on the error, and here's Ian Lapierre. Strike one. Just missing. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. The Cougars strand Chapman. We go to the fifth inning. 2-1. Cougars over the Hornets at the moment. Plattsburgh pitcher Joe Cross leading off the fifth for the Hornets. Looks at ball one. Off the fifth. Latat's gonna have to hurry. Over to Hemingway in plenty of time. 1 out. Now Adam Tobrock steps in. Latat delivers. Hit too short. Armstrong in time. Good hustle by Tobrock. Almost beat it out. Armstrong was trying to figure out how to play that slow bouncer. One more bounce, and I think Tobrock would have beat it out. There's Randy Brown, leadoff hitter and center fielder. With 2 outs and nobody on, the pitch is taken for ball one in the dirt. Two-0 pitch, grounded to third, Chapman. To Hemingway. Nice pickup by Chester Hemingway. 3 up, 3 down, nothing out of the infield. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. 2-1 Cougars. The sun is peeking out. Now if we had just a little bit of breeze, keep the bugs away, we'd be all set. Bottom half of the fifth. Chris Matat leading off for the Cougars. Game moving along at a good clip so far, but just keep waiting for Plattsburgh to have a big half inning. That's booted. Error on Shaughnessy brings up Corey Trombley for the Cougars. Top of the order, first, second, and third hitters up. Leading off the fifth inning for Northeastern. Cross delivers. Tot is in there with a stolen base. So man in scoring position. There's a pitch to Trombley. Belts it up the middle. Line shot. Tori Bouye grabs it. And the thought went nowhere, obviously. Hard hit ball by Trombley. Nice play by Bouye. Here's Ryan Hampton, who's a 2 for 2. Just makes contact. Fouls it off, strike one. Makes for a much nicer picture when we get a little sun on our field here. Strike two. Cross ahead, 0-2. 1 out. Bottom half of the fifth, 2-1 Northeastern leads. Curve hung, was a little bit high. 2-2, Matat will head into third base. Fouled. Count holds it 1-2. In the dirt. 2-2. Now it sounds like it's 3-2. So it could be a full count here. Outside, ball 4. So Hampton Watts, we got Cougars on the corners. Matt Welch at the plate. Hampton stole last time he was on first. Matat trying to get a big lead at third. Gonna distract Cross. Steps off the rubber. hit Welch. Welch says, I'm a goalie. And I've had pucks that felt a whole lot worse than that one. Coach Bordeaux out again. Sam Parker due up. And Hornets will be looking for a DP. Base is full for Sam Parker. One out. And a pitch. Ball one. Strike one called.
What do you say here, Joe? What do you say? Come on, rock the fight here, Joe.
2. 0-2 the count. See if Cross will come right after him. Just missing. 2-2. Cross doesn't want to walk him. Here's the 2-2 delivery. 3-2.
Here we go, Joe. What do you say now?
Payoff pitch. Bags full. High and outside. Parker uses his strike zone to get a walk, and it's a 3-1 Cougar lead. Okay, now we got Ryan Armstrong. Ball one. I think Cross is going to be, he has to come out now. Second trip, Manchester coming out. Second trip to the rubber. He has to come out. And Christian, I think, is going to come in. Justin Christian will come into relief. Christian will take over with a 1-0 count on the batter. Base is loaded, 1 out. 3-1 Cougars in the bottom half of the 5th. Strike one. Armstrong went after a high one. We're watching Christian warm up. His pitches seems a little high till the last 2 that he threw. Two one delivery. Armstrong goes after another high one. That could have been ball 4. So 2-2 count. Strike 3. 2 down. Now Chester Hemingway at the plate. Christian takes his time, delivers. Strike called. One to count. 2-1 now. Bags are full. 3-1. That's the big pitch here for Christian. Hemingway hits it to second. No hit to the first baseman covering. I thought it was going to go in the hole at second base, but the first baseman, Bouye, fielded it, and he tried to go to Christian covering, and it looked like he threw behind him. I was watching the second sacker, Shaughnessy, and didn't realize that Bouye had picked up the ball. So the Cougars pick up run number 4. Bags are still full. 2 outs, and Chester Hemingway at the plate. Christian's pitch is hit to short toss to second. No, unassisted at second. Just in time to get Hemingway. Well, the Cougars make it 4-1, and we head for the 6th inning here on Hometown Cable. Northeastern scores 2 in the bottom of the 5th to make it 4-1. Torrey Bouye will lead off the 6th inning for the Hornets.
Here we go now, B. Here we go. Ken, what do you say, Joe? Wait a minute.
1-1. Well hit ball. There'll be at least 2. Bouye will stop at second. Lead off double. Now Justin Bouye throw to second. Where are we here? Where are we? There we go. They should warn me before they throw, so I'm ready to swing the camera. It's going to drop in. Going to make it runners at first and third with nobody out. Jake Toloski at the plate, representing the potential tying run. So just like that, Hornets are in position to tie this one up. Strike one, nope, ball one. Carlos Lopez is going to come in, and he's going to run for Justin Bouye. See if they'll challenge Welch and try to steal. Fouled off. 1-1 to count. Nobody out in the 6th. Strike 2. On the ground. Parker is going to have to come to first. Gets a run in, moves the runner to second. 1 out. Give Toloski an RBI, Jake Toloski. Now here's Kenny Stay. 4-2 the score. Strike 1. 1 out, man at second. Hemingway, nice job. No. Matat didn't get over to cover. Hemingway slowed it down, couldn't get a handle on it. Parker came over to pick it up. Matat slow getting there, and first and third. So it puts a potential tying run on base, brings up Chris Goodell, not Pat Goodell, but Chris Goodell, the catcher. Foul ball. Tying run at first, 4-2 the score. Here's a strike 2. 0-2 the count. Fouled off. Strike 3, Welch. Double pumps. Safe. He double pumped. I think because nobody was there. He didn't want to throw it until he knew somebody was covering. Welch would have had him. It's 4-3 now. No, run does not score from third. Run did not score. So far, no harm, but does put a man in scoring position. It brings up Pat Shaughnessy. Fouls it off, strike 1. So Welch would have had his fourth caught stealing throw, but he had to double pump on the throw. Pitch from Matat. Popped up. Nice play by Hemingway, but it's out of play. Almost. Cougar fans wanted that one. Awfully close to be taking that one. 1-2 the count. That's going to be a base hit. That could score 2. Runners are going. Trombley to Welch. Corey Trombley, we've seen in previous games that he has an excellent arm. And sometimes he Throws to the plate when he should throw to the cutoff. That time it was a throw to the plate called for, and he rifled it into Welch. Welch handled it cleanly and put the tag on. So it's a 4-3 game, and we are heading for the bottom of the 6th. In Lapeer, then the top of the order for Northeastern, up by a scant run. Christian, high. Plattsburgh cheering for JC on the pitching rubber, and I said, wait a minute, Joe Cross came out, but Justin Christian. Out of play. 1-1 pitch. In the left center field gap. Lapeer is heading for second. Stand up double from Ian Lapeer. How about that? Brings up the top of the order, Chris Matat. Mitch Laundrie coaching at first. Bunt. And it's a base hit. Lapeer makes it to third. Matat is on at first. Now Corey Trombley, the rifleman. Oh, we got Jim Barron going to show him how to pitch here. First and third, nobody out. Northeastern looking to add to their 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Todd is going. Throw got away. Lapeer was supposed to be staying put. He got a little brave. Plattsburgh didn't throw to second. They threw back to the pitcher. Lapeer just able to get back in. Break for the Cougars. Matat at second base. Second and third. Nobody out. 2 ducks on the pond for Trombley. 1-1 to count. Christian delivers. Trombley tees off on it, hits it to center. Why didn't Lapeer tag and score? I don't know. There's Ryan Hampton, who's done well at the plate today. 1 out, second and third. Strike 1. Christian would like to get out of this one with a big goose egg. That would give the Hornets a lot of confidence going into the 7th. Sharply through the right side of the infield. Hampton will be on with the RBI single. We got runners at the corners. Well, Hampton hitting the ball extremely well. Now Matt Welch will step to the plate. Cleanup man. 1 out, runners at the corners. 5-3 Cougars in the bottom of the 6th.
Come on now, 1-3. Come on, Natty.
High, ball 1.
Gotta be in there, Natty. Go back. Come on, Natty. All right, Matty, all right now. What do you say here? Here we go, JC, let's go now.
3-0 the count.
Come on, Maddie, 1-3. Come on, Maddie, 1-3.
Taken all the way.
Come on, Maddie.
3-1 pitch. Puffed up. Carried out of play. Carried out of play. So Kenny Stay made the catch, but he was so close to the out of play line, he just couldn't stop. So automatic advance for the runners on base. This is Sam Parker. Cougars picked up another run. Parker hits it to the left side. It is booted. E5. Now Ryan Armstrong, the batter. Strike one. Christian had 0-2 on the count. 2 down. Here's the pitch. 1-2 the count. To center field. We're going to the 7th. Cougars have added a couple to their lead. It's 6-3. Justin Christian up for the first time. Looks at strike one. Northeastern leading Plattsburgh 6-3. 2. He's going to be on a drop third strike. That was way out of the strike zone. He was fooled. So it's a break for the Hornets.
Strategy, baby.
Kevin Jesse now steps in. You have to figure swinging at one that far out. Maybe it was on purpose if Christian figured he'd be able to get a trip to first on the drop third strike. Matacha let Welch worry about the base runner and concentrate on the batter. Cougars have the 3-run lead. That's low. Plattsburgh, I would think, would not be stealing down by that many runs. And the record that Welch has in gunning them down on the bases. Strike. Strike 2. I think it's 2-2. Slow roller foul. Strike 3. Christian back at first. With 1 out. Top of the order up now. Randy Brown, center fielder. Strike 1. Slow comebacker. The top. Booted it. Throw to first. Not in time. Just barely missed him. The top. Rushed and made the error. Chester Hemingway is going to come in and try to wrap this one up. Potential tying run at the plate. Tori Bouye with 1 out. Top of the 7th. Hemingway has pitched well on hometown cable so far. Strike 1. With a 3-run lead. Cougars have to remember the guys on base mean nothing. Fouled off. Strike 2. 2-2 count. Slow roller to third. Armstrong over to Chapman. For the out, 2 outs. Both runners advance, but the Cougars got the out. With Hemingway pitching, Armstrong moved to third, Latott moved to short, and Chapman moved to first base. Plattsburgh down to their final out. Justin Bouye, the batter. Pitch from Hemingway. Ball 1. Cleanup hitter Jake Toloski on deck. Hemingway delivers. Strike. 2-1 to count. Popped up. Armstrong in fair territory. Squeezes it. It's a 6-3 victory for Northeastern. They defeat the Plattsburgh High School Hornets, and that's the way it was. It's back-to-back victories for the Cougars. They won 2 days in a row now. They won here on Monday, and that's the Tuesday win. So they have to be careful of their pitching. So that's it. A 6-3 victory. Thanks for watching, and for those of you who understand that this is viewer-supported local television and support our ongoing efforts. Hometown Cable TV, worth your support.
Okay,